Hello, everyone. Today I want to tell you a story. A story that's not just for listening practice, but for your heart, because we all have dreams, right? Some big, some small. But what most people never tell you is this: every dream has a price, and sometimes that price is heavier than you ever imagined. This is the story of a girl named Amara, and how she learned the true meaning of the price of a dream. Amara lived in a tiny mountain village, a place where the mornings smelled of wet earth and evenings glowed with lanterns instead of lights. Her father was a potter. His hands were always covered in clay, but his heart was covered in worry. Her mother grew vegetables in rocky soil, fighting every day just to keep their small home alive. But Amara, she was different. When she sang, birds stopped to listen. Her voice could melt the coldest morning. It wasn't trained, but it was real. Every night she'd sit outside, staring at the stars and whispering, "One day I'll sing for the world." Her father would sigh and say, "Dreams are beautiful, Amara, but they don't feed the family." And she'd smile softly. "Maybe not Baba, but they feed the soul." Then came the hardest winter the village had ever seen. Crops died, the clay cracked in the cold, and hunger began to whisper through their walls. Amara watched her parents grow weaker every day. She wanted to help. But how? What could a young girl with a dream and a voice possibly do? One night, she sat by the window, tears in her eyes. That's when she heard it, a voice in the wind, soft, mysterious, unfamiliar. "Would you pay the price of your dream?" Amara froze. She looked around. No one was there, only the moonlight flickering across the lake outside. "Come to the lake," the voice said. "Midnight, alone." At midnight, Amara stepped out. The village slept. The air was cold. The moon's reflection shimmered like a silver coin on the water. She whispered, "Who's there?" And then the lake rippled. From its surface rose a woman, tall, glowing with light. Her eyes were endless like the sky. "I am the keeper of dreams," she said. "I can give you what you seek." Amara's heart raced. "You can make my dream come true." The keeper smiled. "Yes. Fame, music, the world's applause. But every dream has a price. What will you give?" Amara's hands shook. "I have nothing." The keeper's voice softened. "Everyone has something. Some give time, some give love. Some give a piece of themselves," Amara whispered. "Then take 10 years of my youth. If that's what it takes, make my dream real." The keeper nodded slowly. "Remember, child, you will have everything you want, but you may lose everything you need." When Amara woke, she was no longer in her village. She stood in a shining city, tall buildings, bright lights, endless noise. People surrounded her, microphones, cameras, applause. Her dream had come true. She sang in grand halls, wore dresses made of silk, and saw her name in lights. Every night, the world clapped for her. Every morning, the world waited for more. But fame is hungry. It doesn't stop eating, and Amara kept feeding it. her time, her sleep, her peace. Years passed in a blur of stages and cities. She smiled for cameras, but her heart felt quiet. One night, during a concert, as she stood under the brighter spotlight, a melody came to her mind, a simple, gentle tune. Her mother's lullaby, her voice cracked, her hands trembled. And for the first time, Amara forgot her lyrics. The crowd cheered, but she couldn't hear them. All she could hear was silence. The silence of home. After the show, she sat alone in her dressing room, staring into the mirror. Her face was painted with beauty, but her eyes were empty. She whispered, "I got everything I wanted. But why does it feel like I lost everything I was?" That night, she took the long journey back to her village. The roads she once knew were overgrown, the house smaller, older, her parents frail, grey, and almost unrecognizable. They looked at her in disbelief. And then her father said, "Amara." She nodded, tears falling. She sang that same lullaby, and for the first time in years, her voice was free again. Not for fame, not for applause, just for love. One evening, Amara stood again by the same lake. The moonlight danced on the water, and once more the keeper appeared. "You came back," she said. Amara smiled softly. "I thought I was chasing my dream, but I was really running away from myself." The keeper nodded. "Now you understand. Dreams are not gifts, child. They are tests. The question isn't how far you go to reach them. It's what you hold on to when you do. Amara closed her eyes and whispered, "Then I choose peace. I choose purpose." Amara never went back to the big city. Instead, she opened a small school in her village, teaching children how to sing, how to hope, how to believe. Her voice still echoed through the hills, not through microphones, but through hearts. People said her songs healed sadness, that her laughter was music itself. She had lost her youth, but she had gained meaning. And that was worth every second she gave away. Years later, as she sat by the lake one last time, Amara whispered to the wind, "I finally understand the price of a dream." The wind seemed to ask, "And what is it, child?" She smiled. "The price of a dream isn't what you give up to reach it. It's what you become after you've paid it. So if you're listening to this right now, remember, your dream will test you. It will ask for your time, your comfort, maybe even your tears. But don't let it take your kindness. Don't let it take your peace. Because success means nothing if you lose the person you were meant to be. Dream big, work hard, but protect your soul. Because in the end, that's the real price of a dream. Thank you so much for listening. If this story touched you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.